In this video, guys, I want to share with you guys 3 powerful tips. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that when most people join an online business, one of the first things that they ask for is scripts. They're always asking for scripts every time they join a business. And every single business I've ever joined on the internet, when people join my team, they're always saying things like, Stefan, do you have any posting scripts for social media? Do you have any email scripts? But in this video, I want to explain to you why you do not need scripts for your business. You do not need scripts. I'm going to say it one more time. You do not need any type of scripts to advertise your business. Now, let me make this point. Have you ever seen people and you ask them a certain question? Maybe you ask your friends or your family a certain question about a particular topic. One thing you're going to notice is that they have the ability to explain to you what that particular topic is all about without even having a script. For example, for those who love sports, maybe your favorite sport is football. Maybe you like basketball. No matter what sport it is you like, I guarantee you, if anybody walked up to you today and they said, explain to me basketball, you would be able to explain the entire sport without reading from a script. Am I right or am I right? You do not need a script to explain basketball. If you like food and you went to a restaurant and you ate your favorite food, if somebody were to walk up to you and explain, and let's say they walk up to you and they ask you, so that favorite food you like to eat, explain that to me. How does it taste? How good is it? You would be able to explain that entire dish without reading from a script. Guys, your business is the same exact way. And DTLaffiliates.com, yes, we have scripts, and I did add the scripts back there. But the only reason why I put the scripts back in the training area is because people kept bugging me about it. But in reality, when I'm advertising on social media or I'm advertising out there on YouTube, I don't like scripts. You'll notice that every single post I've ever made about DTL, none of it had anything to do with the script. It's all flowing freely from my mind and from my heart. When you're passionate about something and you're knowledgeable about a particular thing, you will never need any script to tell you how to explain things. And I think what a lot of people do is they psych themselves out. They're overthinking how they should explain their business. Now, let me make this other example. Hopefully this one will sink in if the other ones have not sinking in by now. But this is so true for those who are in a relationship. You have a girlfriend, boyfriend. Now, if your relative were to come up to you and ask you, so I see that you're with so-and-so, explain to me how they are. What do they look like? What's their personality like? Do you really need a script to explain the person that you're with? You don't, do you? I remember 6 months ago, my sister called me. And, we don't talk every day, but I am very close to my sister. And one day she called me and she said, so how's life going? I said, it's going really good. She said, well, I seen your relationship status change a long time ago. I wanted to talk to you about that because, you my brother, and I want to make sure that whoever you're with, that they're treating you right. So you're in another relationship? I mean, your other relationship just ended like a month ago. And I said, well, yeah. Well, who's this new girl? Describe her for me. What does she look like? How's her personality? I didn't sit there and need a script to say, okay, sister, here's how she is. I didn't call up my girlfriend and say, hey, babe, my sister wants to know how you are as a person. She wants to know what you look like. Tell me the words to say about you. I got a paper and a pen. Let me go ahead and write this down. You don't need a script for that. So why is it all of a sudden when it comes to people's business, they all of a sudden feel like they need a script to explain things? See, that's your own brain psyching yourself out. See, when you are passionate about something, I was on YouTube today and there was this big debate going on, talking about who is the better basketball player. Is it LeBron James or was it Kobe Bryant? Now, these two people were going back and forth in this big debate and they both had good points. But I noticed they're not reading from a script because they are knowledgeable about basketball and they're knowledgeable about the players. So they can tell you, they can state their case and tell you how they feel, and they do not need a script. Guys, your business is the same exact way. The same way you can explain your favorite TV show, the same way you can explain your favorite song or your favorite artist, the same way you can explain your romantic partner, and you don't need a script to explain it. You should be able to explain your business the same way. One thing you don't want to do is overthink it. And that's why a lot of people, they feel like they need scripts because they're so used to joining businesses and having people just tell them what to say. You can't just, if you keep having people just tell you what to say all the time, you're never going to be able to grow your creative muscle. You have to grow your creative muscle. And over time, when you start posting on social media or on other platforms, you get really good at exactly what to say because you've done a lot of trial and error. You know what works and you know what doesn't work based off of a lot of trial and error. Trial and error is one of the biggest teachers. But if you join a program and they just keep telling you what to say, you're never going to learn how to say the right things to get results on your ads. And so this is how so many people, they stay in online business for so many years, but their skill level never grows. They never learn how to say certain things and how to say them the right way to get results because ever since they can remember, people were just telling them what to say. So they never grew their creative muscle. So I hate scripts. I don't like using scripts when I advertise. My YouTube videos are not scripted. My Facebook posts are not scripted. I stay as far away from scripts as I possibly can because I don't want to sound like a robot. And scripts make you sound very robotic, very scripted. It robs you of your authenticity. So you got to get to the place where you're not dependent on people to keep telling you what to say. You're never gonna grow your creative muscle. So that's the first tip for the day. You do not need scripts for your business. The second tip is, guys, taking long breaks from the internet. Like, for example, DTOaffiliates.com. You know, a lot of you guys have had your website and you went out there promoting for like a day or 2 days, and then you stopped for like 6 months. And I can tell who's out there posting and who's out there working versus those who just take long breaks from their site, because the website stats is going to show me who's working and who's not. The reason why you don't want to take long breaks from the internet is because a lot of people doing online business right now are failing. Over 95% of entrepreneurs fail in online business. So you don't want to take long breaks from the internet before you've even solidified your skills. See, once you solidify your skills and you become really good at what you do on the internet, you have now developed metaphorically, you've developed a muscle memory. So if you take long months off the internet, once you've perfected your craft, you can come back and still be at the same skill level. But it's like riding a bike. You don't want to stop practicing on riding a bike until you've learned how to ride a bike, because riding a bike, you can go years without riding a bike, and then somebody can give you a bike and you can jump on that bike and ride it like you just rode it yesterday or today. But if you don't practice consistency and constantly working on your craft, but yet you're taking long breaks off of the internet before you even perfected your craft, when you come back, it's going to be like starting all over from ground zero. It's kind of like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you're going to have to keep tending to that seed a lot in the beginning. You're going to have to tend to that seed frequently until it grows into a tree. Now, once it grows into a tree, you can walk away from long periods of time. You can come back and that tree will still be there strong and tall. But if you abandon the seed before it even had chance to sprout and grow, by the time you come back to that seed, it's going to wither away. There's going to be no more life. And then when you want to grow another tree, you're going to have to start all over again. So this is why so many people, they stay so long on the internet and they're still not where they want to be, because they're taking these long, unnecessary gaps of time way too early in their journey. Now, you could do that once you grow your skill, once your skill becomes solidified. But if you're the type of person that joins an opportunity, you promote for about 2 or 3 days, you take 6 months off, you are delaying your prosperity. You're delaying your prosperity big time. And this is why people stay on the internet 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and yet they're still stuck at jobs that they absolutely hate. Now, at one point in time, I was homeless and living out of my car, showering at 24-Hour Fitness, eating top ramen noodle bricks and hot dogs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I knew one thing. I wanted to get out of that darn car, and I wanted to have freedom. I wanted to have my own place, my own time freedom, my own financial freedom. And I said, I'm not going to get there by taking long breaks. So I was cranking out video after video after video, post after post, getting on traffic source after traffic source. And within that first business I joined, within 3 months, I became the top earner in that company. One of the top earners of all times, the number 2 top earner of all times in that company. I got out of homelessness. I got out of my car, got my own place, and my life has changed forever. Joined the second business, became the number 5 top earner of all times in that business. Third business also became a top earner. It's because I was so consistent. I didn't take time off every day. And even though I had a job back then, it was so little money, I couldn't even afford my own place to stay. This is why I was sleeping out of my car and showering at 24-Hour Fitness and eating top ramen noodle bricks and hot dogs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I did whatever I had to do. I stepped out of my comfort zone. I started putting out videos. I started working. Even when I got off of work, I was in my car recording videos to put out there on the internet. And I grinded and grinded and grinded. I got out of my situation. And it only took me 3 months to be able to quit my job and get out of homelessness. And it's because the amount of diligence. Yep, got that written down, diligence. It's all about diligence. But yeah, I see, especially in a lot of DTO affiliates that get their site, they take off for way too long. And then they come back 6 months later and they're still in the same spot. And they say, well, Stefan, I haven't made any money. And then I look at their website stats, and their website stats are showing something low, like 14 website visitors in 9 months. They're taking too long breaks from the internet. The breaks that they're taking is way too long. And then I go over to their Facebook page. I don't see any DTO posts. I don't see any DTO videos, nowhere. And then you look at the last time they created any content from DTO, and it's like a year ago. And it's because of that lack of consistency that's going to kill your success. And the reason why I get so far on the internet and why I was able to change my entire life, I haven't worked a regular job in several years, is because I don't skip a beat, guys. There's many times I lose sleep. There's times when I go days without sleep. That's how motivated I am. It's about having a strong work ethic. This is how you get far. It's not like I have some magical secret. I work hard, and I work hard to gain more knowledge every day, even though there is nobody in my life pushing me saying, Stefan, you need to gain more internet marketing knowledge. No, I do that on my own. If there's something I don't know, I'm researching it. We all have access to Google. We all have access to YouTube. We can all learn without somebody having to tell us we need to learn something. Being resourceful with the information that's all around us. And that brings me to my next tip, is you got to push forward. I know a lot of you guys, maybe things in your life are not going the way you want to. Maybe you're going through a lot of difficulties, but there are going to be a lot of times you're going to have to push through, even when you don't feel like pushing through. I remember in my online journey, I lost my father. And then also in my online journey, I lost my father's mother, which is my grandma. And I was going through all kind of stuff, but that never stopped me. Even in those difficult times, I was still up here talking about online business. I was still out there promoting. I never let anything get in my way. Now, if you're going through a disaster, like, you're having a health crisis or something, or you got into a terrible automobile accident, okay, I get that. I understand why you're not working on your business. I get that. But if you have breath in your body and you're in good health, nothing should stop you from working on your business. Because time, guys, time is the only thing that once you lose, you'll never get it back. You can get money back, but you can never get time back. So every day you wake up in the morning, that's another day to work on your business. And so there are certain people in DTOaffiliates.com that I see crushing it every day, and they're always getting paid. They're always getting signups. And when I go to their Facebook page, I see the work that they're putting in. I see the work that they're putting in. They're making YouTube videos. Every time I turn around, they're doing a live Facebook video. That's how you do it. And then the ones saying that they haven't made money, those are the people that will go weeks and months, even half a year without promoting DTL. And those are the ones saying, Stefan, I haven't made any money. But you can't earn anything that you don't work for. So it's all about consistency. Rain or shine, no matter what you're going through, you still got to push through. Even if you're having a crappy day, even if you're working at a job you absolutely hate, you're going to have to get off of work and still crush it. Get off of work and still put that work in, because at the end of the day, nobody's going to hand you your future on a silver platter. You're going to have to work for it. And, people in the DTL Telegram group, they always ask me, Stefan, you're still up? Go to bed. You don't ever sleep. That's because I'm working. I very rarely sleep. I only get like 2 hours sleep, 2 hours of sleep per night, because I'm disciplined. I have a strong work ethic. It's very hard finding people that have my same work ethic. And this is why I get amazing results. While other people that are not putting in the work, or they give up too easily, they come back 6 months, 9 months later and say, I haven't made any money. Well, you got to be willing to work. You got to be willing to outwork everybody. And the 3 companies I mentioned before DTO even existed, I was the one putting out the most videos. You go on YouTube and look up those businesses. I had the most videos on my YouTube channel about it. I had the most Facebook posts about it. I was outworking everybody else. And because of that, that's how I became a top earner in 3 different companies. Changed my life forever. I never had to look at a regular job ever again. And it's so funny when I, when I look at my email and I see old jobs that I used to work at, they're sending me emails and they're trying to see if I want to work for them again. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. I left you guys a long time ago, never coming back. Never coming back, guys. So I encourage you guys to get out there and follow these tips, guys, and you will see powerful results.